Hi everyone and welcome to The Crows Show, brought to you by Chemist Warehouse. I'm Mark Bickley.
And I'm Alana Smith. Together we'll help you meet past and present players and take you behind the scenes at West Lakes as we fly as one in 2017.
Coming up in today's show, two sporting heroes show they've lost none of their ball skills.
You know one thing Brett could do? Shoot threes.
And is Eddie Betts just as speedy and skillful behind the wheel?
But first, players who become commentators bring their own intimate knowledge of the game to their call. So, for a bit of fun, it'll be fascinating to hear what Rory Atkins and Richard Douglas make of some of the season's highlights so far.
And the Crows are out through the middle here. Ladd through the middle, handballs to Atkins, who then runs handballs to Douglas. Oh, he's giving it back to Atkins. He strolls in. He has one bounce, goes. He hasn't. Bang! And gives the fans something to go on with here. He's been playing really well today, Atkins. Obviously the best looking bloke on the ground. The only thing that I reckon could help that is a bit of peroxide through the hair. But God, he's been good, the young lad. Hasn't he, Dougie? He's been good. He's been a revelation for the Crows this year.
If you say so, mate. You know him better than anyone.
There he is. Look it up to the screen. Gee,
he's happy.
He's hot.
Happy
Look
with
at that. That's a 10.
He's a foot red, but he's happy.
Pipes. He looks like he's put on a few kilos this pre-season. He's looking real good.
Yeah, if you would know, mate. You would know more than anyone. Sauce out the camera, and here he goes again. Bounce. He's off. Tries to hit up. Jenkins drops a mark. Gets a handball out. First game at Jonathan Beach. Runs around one. Has he? He hasn't. He has. Get around him.
The boys come from everywhere. How good's this? First goal in AFL here.
What a story.
For the young chap.
Crowd's gone wild. Jonathan Beach.
Jono to get his first game at the age of 34 here. Slots his first game.
First goal. Well, hold on, Beachy. Here comes Cameron. Have a look at him go. Takes a bounce. Takes another one. He's off here. What's he going to do? Gives it to McGovern. McGovern back to Cameron. Off he goes. He's run. Oh, he's left it behind. What's happened here? Oh, no. He's off again. Look at the speed.
He's had to look back. He's had to look back. Short to not marks.
Wow, what
there you
play.
go. What a play by Cameron.
In the course of their long-term friendship, Andrew McLeod often asked 36ers legend Brett Maher to help motivate youngsters enrolled in the club's Indigenous program. In a different approach this year, Maher ran a basketball session, the perfect opportunity for the pair to show off their talent.
Well, this is our Indigenous Youth Leadership Program. We're in our second camp for the year, where the kids do some study or the Cert 2 in business and the work that we do with Kerry Training. Today we're just out here on the Brett Maher court, actually, down the 36ers, and having a bit of going through a bit of a basketball lesson with the great man.
A lot of the kids do enjoy basketball, so it's great to be able to have them, especially to be able to come this year down on to my court. It's been pretty good. Yeah, we did a lot of promotions together back in the day when we were playing, so there's a lot of crossover there. There's always been a good synergy between the Crows and the 36ers, so we just built up a friendship over that.
So yeah, I'm going to take Brett on in a bit of one-on-one shortly, and you know, just use my strength against him. He's a bit of a timid sort of a basketballer, so I think I should have him covered.
Beaten him in his own backyard, so I thought I'd bring him down to my place and see how we go. I'm pretty confident I'll beat him. Well, Bungie, you're in my house now, so we're going to challenge. I'm going to challenge you to a game of one-on-one. We'll go 2 possessions each, and we'll see who can do the best. You up for it?
No blood, no foul. They're supposed to be supporting me.
Lucky you didn't do arm work out today.
I did shoulders.
That's 1-0. You got one to equal.
I've got no more moves.
I'll give you that. I'll give you one more chance.
To defend?
Yeah.
You know one thing Brett could do?
Shoot threes. I should probably leave that up there. Thanks, mate.
Tail between my legs. It is your house. Brett Maher court.
Thanks, mate. Appreciate it.
Some guys, well, they just never lose it. Stay with us. Next, Alana will explore the Crows' other sporting passion. And Brodie Smith has some competition in the Funny Man Stakes.
Welcome back. When many of the Crows players aren't training, you'll find them on the golf course. Naturally, they're all so competitive, they've had to find out who is the best. So they've organised a club championship, complete with trophy and jacket, much like the prized green jacket given to the winner of the prestigious US Masters. So how is it all going to work?
So we've got this little golf tournament going on where we're going to play 4 rounds throughout the year. It's a bit of fun. There's a few boys in their day off that like to have a hit of golf, so we thought we'd turn it into a bit of fun, and it's more all about pride and you know, bragging rights.
Oh my God, that's going in the hole.
Myself, Tate Kaysler and Taylor Walker started our own Crows golf tournament, so there's about, I think, 15 or 16 of us. Good little gig we got going on, but yeah, it's fun to do outside footy.
You can't be throwing those away.
Winner takes away the green jacket. We have a blue jacket, which is for winner of each round. We thought we'd have the jacket as, you know, the bragging rights that someone could hang up in their locker.
Glad you got that on film.
I'm probably the best player, but Tate Kaz is pretty good. Don Pike hasn't stepped up to the mark. I think he's playing off 1.
You know, Charlie and Tex, they hit a pretty good ball. Campo rates himself pretty highly, and we've got some of the guys that, you know, don't have the handicaps like Alex Keith and you know, John O'Beat starting to get a bit better, but these guys could surprise. It's good to get away and play with different guys, and also, you know, to find out a bit more about that player, and obviously with this sort of tournament, how they handle the pressure and what sort of you know, comments can be made while guys are in their backswing.
We know that Don Pike plays off scratch, so I'd be backing him to beat anyone. Now, Brodie Smith thinks he rules the roost in the jokes department, but word has it that Mitch McGovern also likes the funny side of life. So, thanks to Revolution Roofing, we'll put Mitch in the hot seat and see what happens.
Welcome to this week's Victory Veranda Hot Seat. Joining us this week is Mitch McGovern. Welcome, Mitch. Who rates himself in the media?
Lynch.
Teammate most likely to take a selfie?
Jordan Gallucci.
The stingiest player at the club?
Oh, this is probably Andy Otten, I reckon.
Yeah.
Not probably, it is.
Who would you least like to sit next to on a plane?
Probably you, I reckon.
Why?
Because you're annoying.
Which player eats the most at the club? You've probably got the top 2.
I've got the top 2.
Who eats the most?
Riley or Brian Wood, but Harry G is close second.
Yeah, you go through a lot of loaves of bread, don't you?
Yeah, loaves of bread. We're coming and going like the days of the year.
The best nickname at the club?
Splat Daddy.
Splat Daddy, and why? What's fill us in here?
Splat Daddy.
Who is Splat Daddy?
Yeah, Splat Daddy's Rory Land. It's his gaming name. Only the game.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, only the game is not. There's a select few of us.
Last one, if you could be anyone else in the world, who would you be?
Hugh Hefner.
Why?
I don't have to answer that, do I?
Luckily ask why.
Why else? He's a 90-year-old living the dream.
Thanks for joining us, Mitch.
Thanks, Brodie.
You've got some competition there, Smithers. Well, it's hard to imagine the pain of being dropped for a grand final, but that's what Troy Bond experienced when Carlton left him out of their premiership winning team in 1995. The disappointment led to his return to South Australia and a 58-game career with the Crows. In this segment, Flying the Nest, brought to you by Flight Centre, we learn that Troy now helps people change their lives.
McLeod's after it hard. He could score. No, he goes short. Wide. Bond's got it. 45 metres out, tight angle.
Troy Bond admits that fitness was never his greatest strength. In fact, he looked for any excuse to dodge training. But now his life focuses on the fitness and well-being of others through the Aboriginal Drug and Alcohol Council.
my role I see is in, you know, the silent killers such as, especially in the Aboriginal community, diabetes and hypertension, which is high blood pressure.
He conducts regular gym and aqua aerobics sessions and believes he's making a difference.
To see the people that come in and they feel better about themselves, they're losing weight, they're getting confidence, and the most important thing is their overall health and fitness.
Rewind the clock to 1995 and Carlton's record-breaking premiership year. Despite having played in most games that season, Troy Bond was discarded for the grand final. He immediately walked out on the Blues.
Yeah, I probably made up my mind I wanted to come home anyway, but that kind of really pushed it that I did want to come home, and you know, that was disappointing. Obviously, you know, it's water under the bridge now.
But the footy gods eventually repaid Troy.
You play footy to play in premierships, and you know, to get that opportunity only 2 years down the track was great. And yeah, it's something I always remember. It's the feeling of winning a premiership that you can't describe it.
And Troy certainly put on a show.
To kick a few goals was nice, especially the last one. I think I ran around like a fruitcake after I kicked the last one, and yeah, because I mean, I think we only had 3 minutes to go, so you can't, with 3 or 4 up, so you kind of know it's over, and it's a great feeling to know you can enjoy those last, I suppose, 3 or 4 minutes knowing that you've won it.
After the break, the young ruckman who makes time for life after football. And Eddie takes us for a ride on the wild side.
Riley O'Brien will always remember his first AFL game. The young ruckman helped the Crows record a 23-goal win over Brisbane late last year. Now that he's had a taste of football at the elite level, he knows what he has to do to press for selection. But even though he should have a long AFL career, the 21-year-old is studying for another life.
Good mark by O'Brien in front.
Brains certainly come with build for Riley O'Brien. He qualified for university as one of Victoria's top students with an entrance score of 99.65. So does he consider himself an exception to that rather ungracious rule that ruckmen aren't necessarily the brightest players going round?
The boys would probably say I'm not an exception to the rule with a few of the things I do around the club, but I guess on the academic side of things I've probably got a few of the boys covered with not much competition, but yeah.
Riley has just sat his latest exams towards a medical science degree at Flinders University.
Doing that with the aim of doing medicine after football, so that's sort of my plan at the moment, but a long way till that happens hopefully. So just enjoying the study at the moment. It's something that keeps me ticking over outside of footy, because footy can get a bit all-consuming.
But of course, Riley is also studying the finer points of being a good ruckman.
Developing at the moment, so I'm obviously learning a lot. I feel like I'm improving, playing Stanford against good opposition there, so just about being as good, becoming as good as I can, then being ready when the AFL opportunity does come.
And that first opportunity came in round 20 last year against Brisbane in Adelaide.
Obviously never played in front of that many fans, just the buzz, the energy there is just great and it just keeps you going. So looking to get a lot more games in the future, so that's what I've got a taste of it and I sort of want more of it now.
Since then he's had to be content with being a regular emergency.
Being emergency every week is a little bit annoying, but in saying that, it's just good to know I'm in the mix and hopefully get my opportunity soon and take that with both hands.
Importantly for the Crows, Riley has committed to stay until the end of 2019.
I'm really enjoying working under like Sauce and Doc Clark and the rest of the coaches and with all the boys here, so love my time here and I couldn't really picture myself anywhere else.
Riley O'Brien joins in the party and his teammates get across to him.
Riley was a teammate of Jake Lever at the Calder Cannons. Now, the diet of an AFL footballer has certainly changed a lot since Tony Modra and myself played. Thanks to Thomas Farms, we've put Mods back in the Crows' kitchen with Richard Douglas. But this time, he's blindfolded and he has to guess what he's eating.
Right guys, today I am cooking the penne with a Brucey style lamb. I'm going to get Mods in to see if he can pick what I'm cooking. I can't even pronounce it. We'll see if he can actually taste what I'm cooking. Yeah, while I've been cutting up the veggies, I've had time to prepare the lamb mince. So now it's time to put in the pasta. All right, now it's time to chuck the pasta in, stir it through, and we're ready to plate up. All right, we'll get Mods in here who's blindfolded. He's going to try the meal and see what he thinks of it and see what he thinks it is. Turn around, I'll feed you a bit of this. There you go, open your mouth, mate. So it's hot, mate.
Nice and warm, Dougie. Oh, pasta dish, beautiful.
Yep.
I think it's lamb, isn't it?
That's correct.
It's a lamb.
Lamb. And what type of pasta do you think?
Definitely a penne.
Penne, correct. No, you've done very well there. We've got the penne Abruzzi style lamb.
Beautiful, tastes good.
Okay, now's the time to go off-road with Eddie. He's already had a taste of our four-wheel drive challenge by getting thrown around in the back seat, so he should know what he has to do. Let's buckle up in the Toyota Hilux and find out as he negotiates a special course at Saunders Gorge near Adelaide.
This is the time where we got that parade.
It was good. I really enjoyed it. You know, Big Sauce went first, and me and Brody were sitting in the back. You know, first lap, I was bouncing around everywhere. My head went that way, my leg went that way, my glasses came off here, so it was pretty rough out there.
You can see over the steering wheel. No, I can't. Yeah.
To be honest, I really couldn't see over the steering wheel when we were coming down because I kind of had to sit up and look down a hill.
I can't see down, man. It's too small.
Other than that, I think I scraped the front of the bonnet underneath, so hopefully there's no damage done.
How you going in the back, boys? All right?
No, I'm still leaving, man. I just need to undertake a concussion test. Yeah. I'll get back.
It felt like we were going pretty quick, but once we got to the big rocks and the big bumpy parts, we had to slow down a little bit.
That's a nice boulder.
Oh, that's smooth. Well done.
Yeah, I'm a smooth man.
Smooth operator.
That's right.
A good time, Eddie, just a shade over 3 minutes. And while you did beat the skipper, you didn't manage to catch the leaders. And with only 7 weeks left, will anyone get close to Sauce and Dougie? Still to come, our social media update and one of football's biggest questions, black boots or coloured?
Let's turn now to the Crows' social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, which happen to be the fastest growing sites in the AFL. Twitter, following for example, is the largest in Australian club sport. Well, first up, you can't help but notice that footy hairstyles have certainly changed over the years. How's the hair game on these three? And we're used to seeing Adelaide Oval from ground level, but there's no doubt it looks pretty good from above as well. Well, when it comes to boots, there seems to be no limit to colours or their combinations. But what do the fans prefer? Bright boots or black?
I like the bright and shinies, yeah. I'm not sure about the different colours on different feet though.
Bright and shiny.
Yeah, bright and shinies.
Plain black. Bright as can be.
Classic black.
I think just the classic black.
I reckon classic black, yeah. Classic black.
Bright and shiny. Bright, colourful boots.
I like the classic black. Bright and shiny.
The white one so you can see yourself, like people can see you better.
Time now to find our Crows' face in the crowd. How about we settle on you? If you recognise yourself, contact the club by 5 p.m. next Wednesday. Be ready with some photo ID and a merchandise pack will be all yours. Next week, we track down a former Crow in Darwin where he's certainly in the headlines.
I'm the head of news up here for the NT News, so it's a little bit different. Obviously the NT News has got a bit of a quirky type feel and brand to it.
Well, Alana, we're just about out of time for our show this week.
Yes, but don't forget you can always see exclusive stories like those we've shown you today by visiting the club website, afc.com.au.
Thanks for your company, and with the help of Chemist Warehouse, we'll be back at 11:30 next Sunday on 7. Catch you then.
Bye for now.